The Nile, artery of an empire, cradle of kings. For over 1,000 years it mirrored the will of gods sculpted in stone. But once, only once, it reflected a man who defied them all. This is not a story of conquest or legacy. This is the tale of a man who tried to rewrite the divine. A ruler who stared into the sun and called it God. His name was Akhenaten. And his reign began not with a coronation, but with an execution. On the morning of his ascension, the high priests of Amun prepared rituals, expecting gold, incense and praise. Instead, they heard the sound of chisels, not carving monuments, erasing them. Across Thebes, temple walls cracked under hammer blows. Faces of gods chipped and shattered. Amun, Osiris, Isis, annihilated from history as if they had never lived. And in their place, only one remained. A disk, the atom, the sun. To understand the heretic, we must first understand the Egypt he inherited. By the time Akhenaten came to power, Egypt was choking on its own decadence. The temples had grown fat. The priesthood of Amun controlled more land than the pharaoh himself. Their god was worshipped in gold, while the people bartered in grain. Salvation had become a transaction. The divine was a business. But Akhenaten saw what others would not, or dared not speak. He saw corruption woven into the linen of priestly robes. He saw idolatry in every idol. And so, he declared a revolution not of war, but of worship. There is no god but Aten, he proclaimed. The sun needs no priests, no temples, only obedience. It was the first monotheism in recorded history, and it came like fire. He built a new capital, Akhenaten, what we now call Amarna, a city drawn by divine instruction, carved out of sterile desert. No shadows, no statues. Every building aligned to Aten's rising light. Each morning became a ritual. The royal family, Akhenaten, his queen Nefertiti, and their 6 daughters, stood bareheaded beneath the blazing sky. To the devout, it was purity. To others, madness. Nefertiti stood beside him, beautiful, stern, unflinching. She watched as temples burned and old gods were buried under sand and shame. Together they ushered in a new Eden. But Eden was fragile. In the 12th year of Akhenaten's reign, their daughter, Mekhetaten, died during childbirth. She was only 12. The priests whispered plague, the people whispered curse. But inside the palace, something broke. Soon after, Nefertiti vanished. Not in ceremony or exile, but in silence. Her image erased from every wall, her name struck from stone. The queen who had once stood in equal stature to the pharaoh became a ghost. Some say she died. Others claim she became co-regent, ruling under a new name. Still others whispered a darker fate, that she defied the sun and was consumed by it. As the years wore on, the sun's love became cruel. The Nile ran low, crops withered, locusts swept across fields, and the pharaoh, once youthful and serene, now moved like a broken reed, his body contorted, long limbs, narrow chest, swollen skull. Was it disease or transformation? Ancient carvings show him distorted, almost alien. Was this Aten's chosen form? Or had obsession warped the man into a myth? Still, he sang his single truth. Aten provides. When death came, it came quietly. No pyramids, no procession. Just a shallow grave in the desert's belly. His enemies made sure of it. His name was scratched from tombs. His memory outlawed. The old gods returned. Their temples rebuilt. Their priests reinstated. And Akhenaten, he became a cautionary tale. But the sand remembers what stone forgets. In 1907, archaeologists uncovered a skeleton near Amarna. The skull was crushed. The ribs collapsed inward. But between the fingers, a reed scroll faded by time. On it, the final lines of Aten's hymn. You who rise perfect, forgive my perfection. Was it Akhenaten, a loyal follower, a final prayer, or a warning? Modern scans of the bones revealed something stranger still. Faint traces of radiation, a glow that shouldn't be. Scholars proposed explanations: geology, contamination, coincidence. But one Egyptologist whispered off record, it is as if he was burned from the inside out. Today, these bones lie in a climate-controlled vault in Cairo, unlabeled, unclaimed, untouched. But beneath Amarna, radar pulsars have revealed something else. A void under the royal tomb, empty, moving, breathing. The sun rises. The wind whispers. And the sand keeps its secrets. For now.